Happy Monday. So anyway, it's coming up on the big reveal, and I've got I've got the live feed kind of on right now on the computer. I figured I'd touch base with you guys, see if y'all want to jump on. If y'all are on here, type in what you're thinking. Right now, I'm just watching some of the live feed on the Last Call YouTube reveal, which is where they're going to do everything. What's up, Rip? And it's just kind of funny. I just watching some of the nonsense getting drugged back and forth on this is pretty funny. So anyway, figured I would get this going. We've got about 20 minutes. Get y'all's opinions. Last chance to get in whatever y'all think it's going to be, because we about to find out here pretty quick. Rip said, woke up really sick today, bro, but at least I have something to watch. Well, man, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Get feeling better. So, but yeah, I wanted to touch base with you guys. This will give you an opportunity to, voice your opinions. You guys can chat amongst yourself. I'm hanging out with you guys, watching the same stuff y'all are watching. It's going to be fun. It's going to be neat. I think for the most part, it's going to be everything that we've talked about coming up to this. We're going to have nothing but just more of a confirmation. Now, it would be interesting to find out what is going to end up really being the case, especially when all of the nonsense that people have been talking leading up to this is leading up to a Monday right after St. Patrick's Day to watch and see what the leprechauns have to offer. What pot of gold is at the bottom of this rainbow? So anyway, a lot of that kind of smack talk getting thrown around right now too. So we are basically T-minus getting down to almost 15 minutes. SC Dub saying, I'm at the show. Very cool. Very nice. Randy's checking in from Tennessee. I'll be able to check up with you guys while I'm watching this too. This is going to be pretty interesting because, just watching some of the comments that are already busting through over here is actually really funny. Of course, it's all the typical, chat back and forth, but it's going to be more fun, really, because, with all the hype, with everything that's going on right now with this release, what are y'all's thoughts on this? Are you guys excited about this? Is this something that you're even remotely interested in? This has been a weird deal, this whole thing coming to a head the way that it is. Eric Tate's in. The whole thing that's ending, this whole killer experiment. Could Dodge come back? And really, this is kind of an interesting dialogue that I was having with a couple of guys recently, and it was basically breaking down like this: could Dodge, and this is coming from from a picture point of view of 2015. That's why the snapshot is of my car's, the Hellcat badge. That's the original Hellcat badge. Actually, it's technically not the original Hellcat badge. That just said supercharged. But interesting though, could Dodge really ever make it back? They started out fairly strong with the SRT8 variants, but they were criticized at the time for being very expensive, at least based on the performance envelope that you got. And next thing you know, Mustang shows up to the party just a couple of years after the SRT8 variants hit it with that Coyote engine, and well, y'all know what happened with that. And so the rivalry begins, NA versus NA. High revving small V8 versus big chunky Hemi V8. Lots of cool races, lots of cool stories, but everything really came to a head with that Hellcat. And this is the interesting thing that y'all have to remember about the Hellcat. So it was rumored at the time that the Hellcat was going to be a very limited production car. It was going to be a car that it was the demon of its day. It was, okay, well, it's going to be possibly limited production. When is this actually going to happen? And, oh, sorry, Kevin, I was sitting here talking and I read it. It starts in 15 minutes. So get on to YouTube. Roadkill Nights live stream is what you're going to want to search. That'll get you over to the YouTube live stream where they're going to be live streaming all this. I'm going to be watching it, commenting on it, and you guys can comment over here if you like. The comment section right now on the screen, that's the last call screen, is pretty funny. It's just a whole lot of people just talking smack like you would expect. Ford guys in here. Chevy guys know where to be found in this, by the way. That's kind of funny. But anyway, getting back to it, the Hellcat, at the time, nobody knew what they were going to do with this thing. It was a 700 horsepower, 10-second car. Nobody thought that that was going to be something that would have been sustainable. NHRA was throwing a fit. And next thing you know, they're everywhere. Places infested with Hellcats. And, well, look how deep we are into this. You know, that's, 9 years ago, basically, when my car was built. Mine was an early release, 2015. And its birthday is in November of 2014. We're basically looking at a pretty solid run. I mean, when you look at it from that point of view, realistically, we're talking about a 10 model year run of having some of the fastest cars that have ever been conceived. And of course, there's been some slight evolution to this, but the reality is that, we're looking at a car right now that is pretty sick. So we'll see here. White Knuckle thinks it's going to be an A170 Elephant powered. I'm thinking it's going to be a C170, but you could be right. 17-inch carbon wheels, Mickey Thompson ET Street R's, an optional 6-speed. Rear flares only. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We just don't know yet. I mean, for me, this car really only represents what I would consider to be a waterfalling of technology. Will the technology waterfall downwards? Well, we'll see about that. I don't know that it could, but maybe it does. I mean, if it's at least in this guise, maybe there's a drop-in computer with a sensor tethered to the computer as part of the harness. Drop the thing in, put in some injectors, put in your pumps, and now you've got a car that can seamlessly transition from gasoline to E85 and all points in between. That's really what we're hoping for. That is the message that I'm hoping to hear from any Dodge representative that wants to talk about it. I'm not altogether, gotta be honest, I'm not altogether interested in the car. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Let me explain. So the car itself is cool, but it's going to be obnoxiously expensive. Dealer add a tag is going to be crazy. You'd be lucky to ever see one of these things in the flesh. That's not really the point. The point is, it's more or less just what it looks like it's going to be. We don't know. We won't know for about another 10 or 12 minutes. We don't know what it's going to end up really looking like yet. But if the technology, if what we're hoping the technology is, can waterfall into the cars that we currently have out there, and it's a relatively seamless transition, then that would be the ultimate goal there. So let me check in with you guys real quick, and then we will get back to it. Put on my glasses of Moparing here. Ryan's checking in, eating some potato soup. It's good stuff. We're saying it's just one of these stripe packages. That 6.2 Elephant is kind of, will be a letdown. Yeah. Wonder what the reveal performance will be like. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see how they reveal it. How cool would it be if they did what they should have done with the Demon and actually run the thing at the drag strip? That would be extremely cool. Ryan saying, hit the like button like Sovereign says. Absolutely. Leonard saying, Dodge's funeral. Yeah, there's a few folks that are saying that. What I'm also hoping with this, this is a great opportunity for Dodge to maybe fantail this announcement with, and by the way, this is what we've got in the. So this is my ultimate dream. You guys that are on the show a lot know what this is all about, what I'm about to say, but this would be my ultimate dream. Okay, whatever, you know, the new Dr. Goblin or whatever it is. That thing comes across stage, everybody goes nuts. Talk, blah, 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 waterfall of technology. The whole room goes dim, right? Just, and on a big screen right in back of it, it says something to the effect of, like Starion or something like that, or it has the stealth emblem come up, or you get something along the lines of even be better, it'll be VR4. It just goes VR4 and then goes away and then mic drop. That would be sick. That would be letting us know what's coming down the pipe next. You know, like the old school Eagle emblem. That would be killer. I mean, could you imagine a Talon, a Talon-esque car, all-wheel drive, Hurricane hybrid? Dude, that would be sick to death. But anyway, I can only hope, right? Smoking saying he's watching the announcement with a bag of popcorn like Springer. I like it. Rip saying they're going out on top. Bestseller. Yep. Ron saying, I'm sure it's a fun event, but hard to celebrate the end of the modern muscle car era. Understand completely. X saying, oh snap, Monday chat live. Yes. What a Professor B and chat's got the flex. I like it. Do you think it'll be off-road like the drag pack? Good point. Good question. So I was talking about that in the live show. And one of the things that I was the most concerned with was that with everything that we're seeing, is this thing going to be street legal? Because see, all the problems that they had initially with EPA getting things to pass, all of that, my understanding is that they got the stage kits to pass. So if they got the stage kits to pass, maybe this thing can pass too. I don't know. And I also don't know, because there's no literature on this, I don't know that the C-170 or any of that technology got an executive order. And what that basically means in a nutshell is that it got CARB exemption. So if they got CARB exemption for that thing, that would be something that would immediately trigger you to know, yeah, it's absolutely going to be that C-170. So, Rich said, I think it's kind of cool that me and you both have early 2015 cats, both in Redline. Keep in mind, hey, what's the build, Rift, what's the build date on your car? Just curious. Open up the door jam and see if you can find the actual build date, the birthday of your car. Gary Payne is in, saying, hello, everyone. Been a minute. What's up, Gary? Long time no see, brother. Jebediah is calling for a Chinese spy balloon powertrain powered by the wind. Sovereign is in. People on the live page want a Hellcat minivan. That's actually come up quite a bit. That's been one of the things that's been popping up here pretty regularly. There he's going, pretty good. It's all good over here, brother. It's about time that car gets out of storage, man. It's coming up on April here in just about a week or two. Bruce said, I just thought about if they released this and it was all-wheel drive like the Trackhawk, but the Challenger, that would be a shock. Well, you know what's funny is I had actually, going back to when the Demon was released, I was sitting there kind of rocking back and forth too, thinking, is this thing going to go, is it going to be all-wheel drive? I mean, they had the stuff there for it, so I don't know. Be kind of neat. Be awesome if they could do something like that. Ryan saying Starion. Sorry, Dr. Goblin trademark. Riff thinks that the way it was worded before, maybe another platform, that would be great. Oh, Mopar guy, 140 miles an hour. That's the old Demon. They were quoting the Demon as being a 140 mile an hour car, but that is in stupid air. But yeah, it's gonna be. He sees it and he's like, then he goes faster. It's probably because this car, I would guess, I mean, if it's like all the rest of them that I've run that are 1,000 horsepower cars, they're all 950, 940 cars at, say, 146. So maybe 147 if the air is really good with a lot of weight reduction. Ramsey saying, what if it's a Charger and not a Challenger? I mean, that would be 6 to 1, half a dozen to another, really, at this stage of the game. I think it would be really cool if it was an all-wheel drive Charger. Wide body would be sick to death, but it looks like it's going to be a Challenger, at least from what they've had under the cover, but that could just be a mislead too. Jake said he'd love for them to have some technology that trickles down. Absolutely. Sovereign saying, hit that like button. Oh, yeah, Ryan's saying that's what he was hoping, but RacerX put out a video. Uh-oh, hang on, we're getting started here, guys. Hey, if you're not on, get on, guys, because it's going live. So I don't want to talk over this too much, but get on. Now they're starting out talking about Richard Petty and other things that Dodge did basically 50 or 60 or 70 years ago. So the countdown right now, you're looking at about a 4-minute countdown coming into this. Eric saying Stellantis doesn't understand the United States car market. That's part of the problem. I think you're right. They don't understand the branding of Ford either. I don't think of Dodge the way that Ford does with the Mustang. Randy saying he's an old fella. This is twice I've watched the end of the muscle car wars. Yeah, it does sting. 18 is it 1800 right now on the stream? Most of the other racers were still using the 50s. I'm going to turn the chat off on this one. We believe this win by Garlits was the very first time that a 426 based engine had won a major drag. Hang on, guys. Let me get this kind of sorted out. I got Freiberger talking about something over here. Superstock and Dart and Baron. These cars were so magical that these days they're the all right. Let me check back in with you guys. Itch is in. What's up, Itch? Sovereign's welcoming in all the new folks. Ryan's countdown at 454 or 444. We're at 235 now. Ryan saying it's live with Roadkill intro. That's right, guys. So get on the computer, and as I'm watching this, obviously I can't flip the thing around or put the video up because I'll infringe this, but I'll be giving my thoughts on it as this thing is as this is coming out. Yeah, Sovereign's got the link, guys. Get on that link and check that out. Unless you want to just hang out here and listen to me yammer on about it. There's going to be a bunch of history probably on the front end of this. So, but guys, check out that link that Sovereign put in if you want to watch it solo on your computer or have it going on in the background. We've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds left, guys. Smoking, yeah, it'd be awesome if they would reference Sox and Martin, man. What is with, okay, so I don't understand what the deal was with the, okay, look, Black Ghost, whatever with that. The King Daytona, whatever with that. That none of that really resonates unless you're maybe of a certain age or from a certain geographic location. It just didn't really ever do anything for me. I get it. It's kind of cool, but it's not really really crazy. But yeah, you got about 1 minute, guys, to get on the show, to get on that link. Start the change so that everybody would like I say, Freiberger's, they're doing the pre-recorded stuff with all of the with all of that. Ram Chargers would be sick to death, and if they called it the Ram Charger, that would be so crazy. One of the Dodge dealerships, it was the original sponsor was Mason something Dodge. Ryan's, remember Hemi Under Glass? Yes, absolutely I do. Nitro Funny Car and Top Fuel Dragster, both powered by an engine. White Knuckles saying, looks like they're at the Strip. Yes, Las Vegas Motor Speedway on a windy Monday, March the 20th. All right, guys, you got about 20 seconds to get it sorted out.
His top speed 459.588.
I'm going to have you guys on here and one down here.
And of course, it was done with engines based on.
We're just saying you had an 89 Ram Charger. We had one as a work truck. All right, here we go, guys. I think
you are looking live at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on a day of anticipation
all right.
and celebration and a historic day.
Hopefully they run it. That would be sick. That's what they should have done with the Demon.
To unveil the final last call model.
All right, so they're showing it being a Challenger. Showing some old Demon footage right now. Unless, oh wait, hold on. All right, 8 seconds, guys. Get on the YouTube Last Call Las Vegas. Google that if you to get onto the actual video. So this is all happening in Las Vegas. It's 6 o'clock local time in Las Vegas.
City that never slows down. Las Vegas is a bucket list destination to the world. And speaking of not going slow, we're at the center of speed for Las Vegas and a strip of another kind. Las Vegas Motor Speedway drag strip, and a huge surprise in store.
Oh. So hopefully this ends up...
yeah, what an amazing day it has been out here at the drag strip. Hello and welcome.
All right, so they're getting out there. Looks like they're dragging the strip right now.
And the reveal of the final last call model. My name is Chris Jacobs. It is my honor to be your host here. We got a full grandstand. How you guys doing out there?
You say they got a full grandstand?
Yeah, you guys are here on a fantastic
There are people in the
occasion.
grandstand.
I'll my co-host, someone who is no stranger
Oh,
to the
God.
drag strip. Alex Taylor, how you doing?
Glad to be here.
It's been a fantastic day. In addition to all the military jets that have been flying.
So they're right now they're prepping the track and getting some stuff ready. They've got what's his face and what's her face.
Absolutely, it's been great.
The one that ruined
We have drifting,
Lucky
and showing
Costa.
time, all the good stuff.
This show.
An active day outside the drag strip. Tons of SRT vehicles just outside there.
So I don't know if y'all were watching it, that was where the guy dragging the track just about took him out. That was pretty funny.
Once again, our crowd in the grandstand. Everybody is
Yeah.
pumped up.
I don't know that this is...
The final last
I don't know if I would call some of this pumped up or not. I don't know if you guys can hear some of this in the background.
Is number 7, of course, celebrating the ICE going out in style.
I am so excited to see it. I can't wait to see the 6 prior of the...
Guys, somebody get her off the TV,
My
man.
favorite so far, of course, is the Black Ghost, paying homage to the original Black Ghost.
So right now it's got some of the guys, you know, that just the roadkill TV host people talking. Black Ghost is probably the coolest looking out of all of them.
And the King Daytona prior, number 5, adding to that.
So they've got some really cool. Hey, there's a Sprint. Yes, they got a Sprint on tap. There's a GLH RT10. There we go. That's awesome. SRT8. They're just kind of showcasing the SRT cars. Hey, there's Revlon. Yeah, that Omni GLH is sick. Yeah.
At Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and check out a little bit of the action. See a shot of some of the drag SRTs that are making their way out to the starting grid, warming up those tires.
Oh, absolutely. I think the only thing that would have been better is if we were both out there as well.
So
I know, well, especially you.
this is part of the, you know, the SRT experience type thing that they do at all of these. And what's interesting to me about this is that there's what is Dodge going to do at events without a Hemi-powered contraption?
Whipping down the track there. It's been just an
I mean, that to me,
a buy into the final.
what are we going to do? Slide around in an EV? I don't think so.
Did a great job calling the races all day long, and look at that.
So
Screen special roaring down the track.
they're just showing some basically just
out there, and of course the final results. Small tire.
just the results of some of the racing that had happened beforehand.
So congratulations to Chris.
Nothing really has started off yet.
Kudos to those guys. Yeah, it's got to be a ton of fun whipping down there.
All right, yeah, get her out of here.
Where's our first guy? Chop. Chop, are you in the house somewhere? He's so handsome. He's filled with bling. Let's take a little walk and see if we can find Chop. Chop is actually the #1 Dodge dealer in the world.
Okay, so I guess now we're going to start
Except for this interview.
going
Chop, are you in
through.
the house, my
Why
man?
are they going to be interviewing this
We
dude?
got
Is this
full
really what
sun
we're
to
going to
get
be
that
looking at?
sparkly
That's not
thing
what
on camera.
any of us are
Counts.
tuning in for.
Making an entrance across the track. How about a round of applause for Chop?
Why?
Any locals here in Vegas know who he is? Of course they do. What's up, baby?
What is this?
Good to see you, my man. So excited
Oh,
day for
God.
Dodge.
We're so excited to be here. All the car dealers, we're ready for some excitement. We're hearing things. We're hearing things.
And how many are you just getting orders, phone ringing off the hook for these last call cars?
Our phones are exploding right now.
Okay,
Our
so
phones are
here,
melting down. Our salespeople are so excited. This is crazy.
Sorry, I mean I'm taking this in at the same time you guys are. So
Tim and Bob and everybody on the team, I'm so appreciative and so proud of everybody for all the hard work they've been doing.
this
Have to have a-
Suge
a
Knight
last
looking
call
dude.
Black Ghost slot
What's with
I
this?
have one for you.
Do you?
Don't tell nobody. Everybody wants that car. Everybody wants that car.
I'm not going to tell anybody. You guys don't tell anybody, all right? But I'm getting a last call Black Ghost from Chop. We appreciate you, man. Now, what have you heard about this last one? I mean, you got to be anticipating being the dealer of Dodge as you are.
Yeah, there's a lot of whispers about this final call, this last
Life
call.
728,
We're so
TFL already
excited.
revealed the
And,
car.
I'm just ready for
Interesting.
Something big. It's got to be big, right? Because Tim and Bob, they don't play around. It's always something big. We're excited. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Is Vegas ready? You guys ready to go? You guys ready to see this car?
And nobody's everywhere the stands is just
Last question for you before I kick to Alex. What has been your favorite last call model so far?
I like the King. They call me King of Cars, so I like that King Charger. It's my baby. You know, I got one put off to the side, and the Black Ghost. Everybody's freaking out. So it's between the two.
shut up,
Love
get
it.
out of here.
Alex,
What's
let's
this?
kick it over to you. Who you got?
Here with Dominic Montori, president of Mickey Thompson. Talk about a legacy company to celebrate in the era of muscle car.
Unbelievable. We
So what is this? Are we just going to sit around and interview just general like VIP? Like here's this guy that sells cars, and here's this guy that makes tires.
Built by a racer, for a racer.
Look, the stands were packed. Remember that, right? Remember they say, the stands were packed. If y'all are watching this, there ain't nobody on the back half of those stands.
And just do it with more power.
Here
Right,
comes the B-roll of
absolutely.
a tire.
So
Okay,
today,
here
are
we
you
go.
excited about the last call?
It's all about the last call. To think about what this is going
It's
to
all
be
about the
tonight.
last call. That's why the guy from a tire manufacturer's on here. And by the way, Mickey Thompson, why isn't she pressing him with questions like, why do all your ET Street R's suck right now? And why are they all having returns issued on them? Because they're core shifted.
All right, no stranger to Mopar love and Dodge madness. The blue on black man himself, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Good to see you, brother.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How do you feel being out here today?
I'm fired up, man. This is
Great.
one hell of a
Kenny Wayne Shepherd's here. So what?
I mean, I thought the hype was big when I got my Demon back in 2018, and we don't know what's coming today, but I'm ready for it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Dodge does it better than anybody else. They truly lead the pack in muscle madness. Do you have a favorite last call?
Man, if TFL revealed it, that's
I
kind of
think
a
they're all
crazy
pretty
scoop,
cool. Black
man.
Ghost is awesome, and I really like the color scheme that's on the what is it, the Swinger Edition, right? And that's beautiful.
Mark's
But I just
saying,
gotta
"Get
tell
with
you,
it."
Man, I'm here for this. This is what I'm here for. And everybody that's here knows that Dodge does it right. They do it for real, and that's why we're here, because we know.
Do they really? Because he's saying Dodge does it right. I'm like,
Get some more footage on the big screen up there. Oh yeah, it's been a great day today. Talk a little bit about what we're seeing on screen there, Kenny.
Well, that's when I did a story with Hot Rod, the Hot Rod Network, and I took my Demon to the track for the very first time. So we did a story of what it's like.
wow,
to
this
be a
wasn't
owner,
queued up or anything,
using all the
right?
items in the
Are y'all
crate,
watching this?
taking
It's
your car to the track
oh well,
for
we're
the
gonna
first
go
time,
back to where the Demon was
things like the
released,
transport
and
getting to know all the characteristics of the vehicle, and it was a really great time. I almost caught air on the front wheels on that pass.
he almost caught air on the front
I
wheels.
saw that. That was awesome. And of course,
I remember
Radford
catching
Racing
air on
School
my
teaches you
bicycle
how
when
to
I would
do
make
those kind of
ramps
things,
out
like
of pretty much
transporting.
anything
In
I
fact,
could
if you buy
find.
an SRT vehicle, Radford Racing School is the official racing school of Dodge SRT. You get a
Oh.
free day at the track if you get an SRT vehicle. You ever been out there to Radford?
Absolutely, man, and I highly recommend it. Even if you don't get an SRT vehicle, go check out Radford Racing because it's a heck of a great time.
Love it.
Oh,
man.
Radford Racing
All
just got a little bit of
military
love.
jets flies above head, making some noise. Let's kick it back over to Alex.
So we're here with
Oh.
Herman from
Herman.
Demonology in Weston Champlin.
What's up? Hey, girl, I hear you say good Lord.
Okay. Yeah, Herman just blew out the speakers.
The soul
Yeah.
snatchers in the house.
Nobody's saying good
God
Lord.
dang, you are hyping up the audience now, aren't you?
So
Oh
if y'all
my
can see it,
God.
they're saying, oh, the stands are full, but they've only got like a portion of it full.
Right?
Of course it's exciting today.
There's a really, really nice car, and I'm excited to see it. I don't know where it's at. I think it might be underneath the cover over there. I don't know yet. But
So you guys might remember them from the Rogue Hill Knights Direct Connection Grudge match. That was a good time, and I kind of beat you guys.
Well, you know, we'll give you that one.
Yeah, she beat him because they allowed her to run a car that wasn't to spec.
Good times, right? So tell us a little bit about your experience with that.
Well, you know,
What a
Dodge is
piece
the
of
best
shit.
brand out there on the market. It's Dodge #1. There you go.
The
baby.
response
We
is
got
like,
them all
what?
set.
Is
What's
somebody
coming out
talking?
today is going to seal it for the world.
Dodge is literally the craziest Dodge company, the craziest car company out there in the world. And the thing is, Hellcats and Dodge have become such an icon. It's such a dream for so many people, myself.
Sorry, some of the stuff that's just this is live, okay? Listen, and I do
Straight days.
like live stuff
Absolutely. So,
weekly, so I know it's
favorite
tough.
last
It's
call
tough.
model yet?
Herman's owning it though.
My
This is pretty
favorite
good.
last call is going to be the fastest one.
I see what you did there.
Hey, I got to go fast. I got to snatch souls.
You need some help. You need some help.
I
I'm
need
just
some help.
Definitely the last.
Now they need to put you in a car that actually fits the spec instead of freaking doing everything they can to push your
I
freaking
want the
narrative.
last one. I want it so freaking bad. I'll probably end up doing some stupid stuff with it.
Hey.
Turbos, nitrous. You know.
Oh my god. This is horrible.
You guys
Okay,
are
guy,
the best.
this
I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what's coming up. Excited to see the last one, and we are almost there.
Hey, there you go. Black Ghost, love the Black Ghost. But the last one is, hey, you know, fastest is better.
Well, thank you guys. Chris has a special ghost.
Dad's Garage saying this is.
Chris has a special guest. Here you go, Chris.
Okay,
Very
Jay
special
Leno's in the
guest,
house.
man.
Good
He needs
deal.
no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. The legendary car guy himself, Jay Leno.
Thank you very much. We're excited to be here.
It's pretty cool to be here on this historic day for Dodge.
Yeah, his mic just croaked.
6 Hemi car. I've got a 68 GTS 383. I got a 71 Hemi Challengers, and I've got my Hellcat. So yeah, I go all the way back.
You span the
This
full
is-
gamut of
The
Dodge.
full-
So what's the deal? I don't understand why they're even interviewing. Jay, what does Jay Leno have to do with
It was
this?
the golden age of the muscle car.
Ryan, the best
Stop
live
around
tonight is yours.
corners.
Thanks, man.
You know, now you've got cars.
Dad saying on another note, love you, B. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you, man.
This is really the golden age. I mean,
Um,
you see cars like the Hellcat, 700.
Okay, so this is what's kind of funny. 6'2", saying already 13 minutes in, I'm already ready to watch the shorts tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, we were on the phone last week too. You said something.
I know, shit, right?
Dodge is really the only
Ah.
that really can say.
Sovereign saying Jay Leno might be
Well, I
bidding
like
for
the fact
the
that
actual
racing,
original
remember
Black
that?
Ghost, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Audio team's probably sweating bullets right now, yeah.
Those kick-ass commercials, and it makes me laugh because it's honest. That's what people like. You know?
Oh, this is too funny.
I always consider the Hellcat the great American road trip car. You know, it doesn't have those little skinny buttock clutching Recaro seats where your ass is killing you all the way. You know, it's got a big comfortable chair. It's got a.
So now we got two cameras on this, by the way. This is the level of production
Your
here.
collection is probably the greatest collection that I've ever been in.
Oh, Sovereign saying Black Ghost be in good hands with Jay. Yeah, it would definitely be in good hands. He preserve it the right way.
No, I like everything. I buy the story as much as I buy the car. A lot of times, you know, meet a guy who's had a car since the 50s and he's modified it.
You know, it's kind of funny. It's obvious how they're staging this, and they're running B-roll right now on Jay's Garage on his red eyes that he's driving around in. Showing him driving an RT10. That's the Viper, the original Viper. So
Well,
kind of interesting right now that no, I'm just kidding. It's not they're not, they're kind of stalling, it feels like right now. Everybody on the East Coast is just going, God, come on with it, because it's 9 o'clock over there. So
it's a lot of fun. It had mechanical brakes, but since I built it,
kind of, but right now it's just it's just B-roll and Jay Leno talking over it. It's just, it's not right now. It's basically an episode of Jay Leno's Garage.
You want to see it stay good. My dad.
Hey,
that
Revlon.
So, the first car I bought when I came to California was my '55 Buick Roadmaster.
And what's funny right now, they're showing one of the early cars that he got, and it's got the supercharged badge on the side, not the Hellcat emblem.
And I still got that car. I drove it to my first Tonight Show. I drove it to my last Tonight Show. I got.
We check in with you guys.
Yeah, I still got it. So never sell anything. That's the first part. Yeah.
That's your motto. basically.
Smoking say it'll take Leno's money to buy that car. Yeah, it will.
Because people think, oh, you're wasting.
Ryan saying they're making the car unobtainium, really billing up the price. True that.
And you're reasonably knowledgeable. Other people won't like it too. And you see the prices that. I mean, I remember passing in the late '70s on a '65 Shelby 350 GT for $600 because it ran, but it was kind of beat up. I can find a better car.
All right, right now it says Jay Leno. It's like I say, it's like just an interview with Jay Leno talking about stuff from, I don't know, a long time ago.
We were in the early '80s because the engine was blown. And his wife said, "Get that thing out of here. It doesn't run. You're never going to fix it. You have to write to Italy in Italian. Find parts." So she said, "Give it to Leno."
60 said, hope the last call comes with no dose. This is a snooze fest. I know it, man. This is kind of rocking back and forth. Guys, if y'all aren't watching this and you're just watching the watch deal here, the stands are pretty much not empty. There's a bunch of people in there, but they're only letting them sit on half of one side of it. Right? Can we hit the skip button? No kidding. I'm over here going,
I live in Burbank,
how do you
California.
fast forward this? And right now it's the other guy talking, and now I don't know. He's just, I don't know. I'm waiting for him to try to go in for a big with Jay Leno right now. This guy's just all over this dude.
Every day. I like everything gas, steam, electric. I like anything that rolls, explodes.
At this stage of the game, I think Jay's already sick of talking. He's, I like gas and everything.
That was kind of stupid. Yeah, but that's
Smoking say he doesn't think they're going to show the time if they run it. I would probably, they might. They're running it in Vegas, so they're at altitude. And it's not like they're running it in crazy DA, so they may get out there and maybe make an 8th mile hit or something if they run it. It looks like they would. I mean, they're really kind of not really. I mean, they're out in the middle of the drag strip, right? Not in the middle of it, but they're talking at the drag strip.
We on? Can you hear us? There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. We live in a world where nobody's ever happy with anything.
Yeah, they had to ditch Leno's microphone, so right now they're using the other dude's microphone.
And they're both right. But when something is broken and you get it running, no one can say it's not running.
What is he talking about?
So after you have a frustrating day of show business, people
right now, you almost get the sense right now they're going, hey man, just keep asking Jay a bunch of questions. Something's wrong. The car won't start. Guys, call somebody. Get him over here. Get a jumper box. The car won't start. Keep Jay talking.
Get your mind. You can't watch Netflix all the time.
Oh my God, we're having problems.
And fix something. And when,
We blew up an engine.
even when I was a kid, when I always prided myself, I could always get a car home. Okay, let's open the hood. That was almost as much fun as the actual journey. Just figuring out what we got to do to get this thing
The car will have an NT on it.
Great sense of accomplishment.
Yes! It's got like random number, then it's got the NT on the bottom for no time. God damn, that's funny shit.
The last call.
For you guys that don't know what he's talking about, NT, when you go to the drag strip, it means that whoever's driving the car doesn't want a time put on display on the billboard because they're either embarrassed of it or this whatever. It's for whatever reason. I've never NT'd a car in my life, but yeah, there's the GLH. The Sprint is in. Yes. I'm more excited about the Sprint than I am the RT10 or the SRT8. That's awesome. Got a Demon, got an original Hellcat down there, like mine. Sprint RT, bro. That's awesome. You know what's funny though is none of the none of the like the Shelby Dakota is not down
You're a
there.
great ambassador to the car world. You represent us very well. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to have you here, Jay. All right, thanks, Jay.
We're not going anywhere because we can't pull our shoes off the track here. Round of applause for Mr. Jay Leno, everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right, now they're showing the crowds, and they're just like, what's the deal? Dad's garage saying, glad we have you be without you be looking at the back of my eyelids. Ryan's in on that Omni. Yeah, that Omni's sick. I've actually got a brochure at my home office. Oh, wait, hold on. We got some blacktop going on here. What is this? What are we looking at now? Dudes prepping the drag strip, professional driver, close cuts, just more old. This is old B-roll. This is basically, they're showing all of the sliding around and the tire smoke and the rock and roll from, 2, 3, 4 years ago. Y'all hang on. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Kaniskis. Come on out.
All right, Tim Kaniskis is coming up. Now I guess this is going to start getting interesting. What's the deal? Did the feed die or something? Oh, here he comes.
Everybody, you having fun? This turnout is.
This turnout is pathetic. So okay, this is terrible cameraing and staging. Again, they need me working for him badly.
Unreal. Whether you've been here all day.
Nobody is on the backside of Kaniskis. All it shows is a bunch of empty bleachers.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And I want to give a special shout out, thank you, to our dealers who made the trip to be with us here tonight. I know you came for Wednesday's meeting, where we're going to be showing you everything that's coming from Dodge for the next 5 years. But we could not resist sharing this very special moment in Dodge's history with you, all together at the same time. The factory, our dealer partners, and our loyal customers. Just look around at this crowd. This is the brotherhood.
Oh, there's no crowd there. He said, just look around at the crowd. This is brotherhood,
Really
and
truly drawn together in common interests. I
there
guess
ain't a
we
whole
have
lot of
that
people
bond.
there. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it.
And
There's
that
not a
bond
lot of
was
people
tested
there.
recently. And it wasn't on your side. It was on ours.
The East Coast folks got work to do. We got to get there in 3 hours. That's awesome.
But when we deserve it, we deserve it. And to be honest, we deserved it on the direct connection stage kits. We way underestimated how long it was going to take to get them emission certified. And clearly, we red lighted on this one.
So I called it. He just admitted that there was an emissions deal for the direct connection stage kits.
Effective immediately, not one, but all Hellcat, all Red Eye, pre-stage, stage 1, stage 2, from 2015 to 2022.
So all
Every
stage
one of them
kits are now
has been approved.
EPA approved. Finally. So that's a really big deal, guys.
So, if what you see here tonight isn't for you, because you'd rather build it than buy it, we got you covered. Finally, it took too long, I know, but we got you covered. You can now go to your local Dodge Power Broker dealer and build an emissions legal 885 horsepower Red Eye with a full factory warranty.
So they'll only cover the warranty though for as long as the warranty is left on your car. It doesn't add to that. I know that because I talked to him about it.
But then again, we have a very long history of being late and coming back hard and punching way above our weight.
Oh God, here it comes.
And what we're going to show you tonight deserves to not be second to anything. Because for over 100 years, Dodge's brand positioning wasn't
He's setting
born out of
himself up.
necessity.
Nick,
It
what
was
is a
probably
warranty? No
born
shit.
A little bit more out of spite than anything else. It's like a giant chip that we've been carrying around on our shoulder since the Dodge brothers got into their first bar fight. If you look at our past right here, It's clear that many of our best, most exciting products were born because we were backed into a corner. We were born to fight back. You look at the first car, the 1914 Dodge. This car was born because Henry Ford pissed the brothers off. They decided to go build their own.
Space Dog just took it out of my Ryan's bar fight, laughing out loud. Still have no love for the NA stuff. Yeah, I know it.
The Gen 1 Hemi car, or the Gen 1 Hemi rather, wasn't the first mass-produced overhead valve V8. It was the second to the fight, so it had everything to prove, and that car did. The 56 D500.
Right now, we're just getting a history lesson. They're showing
that was literally a muscle car.
kind of some no-name stuff that was going on back in the day.
68 Dart, the Hemi Dart. This was the second generation Hemi. That Hemi dominated super stock drag racing.
Nothing about the old Ram Chargers has been mentioned, which is a bit of a
It
shame.
was so good that they banned it. The next couple of years after that, NASCAR.
Right now, but they've got the band over the wrong car. It's a 68 Hemi Dart.
Then we wrapped it in that.
It's the somebody screwed up. Oh, somebody fucked it up.
Mile-per-hour NASCAR, and they banned it again.
That's funny.
You're starting to see where that chip on our shoulder is coming from.
They weren't banned from
And in
drag racing, it was from
1970,
NASCAR.
Again, coming from behind, the Mustang and Camaro were killing it in the marketplace. And we didn't have anything to compete. So we brought the Challenger and it stole the show.
It's like, my God.
Today it's one of the most
The Dart is a
collectible
cool
muscle
car,
cars
no
ever.
doubt about it.
Then, let's be honest, Performance World went into a little bit of a hibernation for a few years. Fast forward to the 80s. Cheap, light, 200 horsepower. Ruled the day. We were selling K cars. So we took the Omni and we did the GLH.
I had a Dodge 600 with the same engine. Hey, there's the Sprint.
And then we dropped the Turbo 3 motor in the Spirit. That's
Or Spirit, sorry,
was the
keep saying
fastest
Sprint.
sedan in the world that year. No one could argue that we were making the most out of everything that we had in our toolbox. Then the 90s, we shocked the world with the Viper.
I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, it's not over. It's right down here. It's a shot of me back in 2003 with mine.
That car was such an amazing
NA, when I set the NA record with my GTS.
The Mustang and the Camaro. So in the 2000s, right there in orange, the 2000s, we were late to the party again.
One of them.
We brought the L Series Chargers and Challengers. These cars, especially the Challenger, were much truer to the original muscle car formula than any of the
All right, so hopefully we're going to start seeing something interesting here pretty soon, guys. Ryan's just saying, it's X's, yeah, what's going on? Just a B-roll of history.
It had a real problem. And we're all friends, so we can admit it. It was bigger, it was heavier, and it was underpowered. So after nearly 100
So
years
Tim
of
just
showing
got through
weight,
calling all you
all
6'1"
we
guys
had to do was
underpowered.
Push a little bit harder and give that last tenth of effort. Because when you get it right, it doesn't matter. You're never late. If you get creative, nothing's over till you decide it's over.
I like the cactus that
So
looks
we
like it's
launched
flipping
the
you off.
Hellcat when everyone was counting
Oh,
us out.
shit. So they bounced right over the 392 guys.
That became the best.
Oh, really, Tim? Dude, seriously?
And it's supercharged. And it was like pouring gas on a fire. Those were amazing years for the brand. The brand
Hey.
was riding so high. But you guys all know the story. Emissions compliance was becoming our toughest competitor. So we knew the lights were coming on at any moment for the last call. But we weren't going to go away quietly. No way. So we turned it up again. And we did the Demon.
Oh, there we go. Okay, they're going to end this little history lesson with the Demon. Hang on, I got to fire something.
The mainstream and pop culture. From the Hot Rod magazine to Good Morning America. This car wasn't bench raced in online forums. This was the car that the general market talked about on morning shows. They asked for it to be banned from public roads. And in the end, only
Still a
NHL
history
fans
lesson,
were
so I'm
being
going to grab
fast.
this.
That car, the Demon, 6 years later is still the benchmark of factory crazy and production straight line performance. Now that was it.
All right.
That was it. That was
Here we go. I
supposed
think
to
he's
be
about to
the
get to it.
pinnacle.
Maybe
6
he'll
years
get to
ago.
it here in a minute.
Sure, we were going to part it out. We would do the Red Eye and the Super Stock later, but ultimately, we knew we were on borrowed time. We just couldn't sustain the compliance headwinds for very much longer. But just like a Fast and Furious movie plot twist, and before that legendary platform could be retired, and before we could transition to something new, our group entered into one of the largest automotive
One of the
mergers
worst,
in
you mean?
history.
Oh, sorry.
And then COVID hit the U.S. Those early days of the pandemic, people were worried about way more important things than replacing the platform for the Charger and Challenger. So the platform got a new lease on life. It got an extension. The enthusiast community, all of us rejoiced. Heavies for everybody. But again, we knew we were living on
X is that
that
D
borrowed
green
time,
coffee
and we
black?
were gonna have to
Yep.
settle up at
With
some
just a
point
little
soon.
bit of honey in it, typically.
So let's be clear.
But yes, black,
We didn't
no
ask
cream.
for those rules to change. We don't want those rules to change, but they did. And so we have to. We have to change. We have to adapt. But think back to all those cars that I just rattled off. They all answered a question, a challenge. They were brought to market.
Not
to show the
one
world
392
the only way
car
you could not
mentioned,
be
guys.
first and not be last is to be better than whoever was first. So while everyone else is going to bring an electric car to market, Dodge is going to bring a muscle car and use electrification to make it not more politically correct, but to make it faster and dodgier. So you know what? Efficiency be
Dodgier.
damned. We always wanted to do a 68 Charger, and this was our chance. We just needed to study the rules and find ways to do something cool that could comply and make them happy without
God, I need some
spiritually
starter fluid.
retreating
Hang on.
from the things that we love. That Charger Daytona has what it takes to do exactly that. The new Charger Daytona will redefine American muscle.
It will redefine American
And
muscle,
don't
huh?
worry.
Okay.
Don't worry, you know us.
Okay.
We haven't fully pulled back the curtain on this car, or maybe these cars, just yet.
Oh, he said
Okay,
these.
so
Maybe
let's
we're
be
going to see
clear,
something else.
electrification is our future. That car is our future. But that's a year away. What can Dodge do now? What can we do today
Here it comes,
to
guys.
celebrate the end of this era? To celebrate what got this brand to where it is today? The #1 selling muscle car in America the last 2 years running. Well, I kind of already told you. I mean, I said all 7 last call cars would commemorate a special car that came from our past. Shakedown, Swinger, Ghost. The only question is, which special car from our past will number 7 be?
Okay.
Which one of those cars is sitting right there? The first 6 are all awesome special editions, no question. But they represent us. They represent the enthusiast community that we love and know and respect. But to celebrate the end of an era, we needed to go so extreme that it will go mainstream. Like I said earlier, Dodge's best products come as a result of being late to the party and having a chip on our shoulder.
He's
But it doesn't
really
make
trying to
sense.
drag this
Hellcats,
out.
Red Eyes, and Demons are unrivaled in the marketplace. So what chip could we have on our shoulder now? Well, a couple of years ago, when we reorganized and stepped away from SRT, everyone said the Department of Batshit Crazy was closed. People were saying SRT is dead. We said, bullshit, brick and mortar can't contain crazy. So we were determined to prove everyone wrong while proving to the world that SRT is still in our DNA and prove to the world that we can still do crazy better than anyone.
Talking about they can
And
do
prove to the
crazy
world
better
that
than
the
anyone.
last 10
Okay, well.
is the only thing that matters to some.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Showing some old school stuff. I guess this is the video intro.
I'm sorry. But at any point in our history, did we ever give you the idea
You could be Dodge material.
Oh my
that
goodness.
somehow
Demon got hold of it.
Demon, huh?
we didn't know exactly what the fuck we were doing?
The Dodge Demon, a leading automotive magazine.
I'm just kind of rolling through some of the faster stuff. Some of the higher end stuff. They're showing the Demon running across the stage.
The Demon was the fastest, loudest, most Dodge in the history of Dodge. Until now.
Okay.
Comes the chopper.
So, to drop our times even further,
Okay.
Dodge is going to drop another legend on the world here tonight. Literally, not at an auto show, not on TV, not on social.
So I guess-
we're going to drop another legend right here on this drag strip where legends like this are made.
All right, we're looking for him.
They're looking for something right now. Are they going to bring it in on a helicopter or something? What's the deal? Okay, now people are standing around showing the drag strip. I don't know what they keep showing a shot of the mountains in the background. We've got like a drone footage of the car. Okay, the car's going around the road course.
Here we go.
Got a couple of them going around the road course. What is this? Oh, they do have a helicopter. No kidding. Okay, I was actually saying that as a joke, but no kidding. I don't know what the helicopter is doing here. Really? Is this a new Dodge helicopter? Death from above, son. What is this? I mean, it's cool. Right now, there's... Okay, so if you're not able to watch it, there's just a real standoff shot of them. The helicopter is practically microscopic. Space Dog saying this is hella cheesy. No pun intended. I like it. I literally said it as a joke, and I think they're actually going to drag this thing up with the helicopter. And it's up in the air now, yeah. Oh, shit. This, hopefully... this is cringy. Hang on, hang on. All right, so we got a helicopter. It's the car itself is a Challenger, and it's in triple nickel is what they're showing it to us as. Oh, this is not a good idea, guys. I hope that thing's strapped well to that platform. So right now there's a helicopter bringing it from one part of the track to the other. Strangely enough, it's one of the twin rotor type helicopters. It's not a Chinook. We've got one of the tie down straps is flapping in the air too, by the way. Might want to have a little bit of tie strap discipline on that. I don't know. Ryan's saying drop it. Hey Frank, what does this button do? Oh shit! Saying wonders if somebody's in the car. I don't know. Isn't that twin rotor? Isn't that one of the Russian helicopters? Could have sworn we saw some of those getting shot down about 6 months ago. So triple nickel black hood, wide body. Dude, just put the thing on the ground already, will you? Okay, what's kind of messed up is this helicopter flying over the track like this. It will blow dust and all kinds of crap all over the track. There's nobody on the back half of the stands. Oh, sweet. Added DeSoto in there. So, for you guys, if you're not watching watching the live feed, it's just a helicopter that's slowly lowering it to the track, and I'm pretty sure that once this thing hits the track, that helo pilot is going to be collective straight up and peace out. So that chopper is struggling. Yeah. Okay, they got the land strap. He's guiding it right now. It looks like it's a good thing it's not one of the tie-down straps. The helicopter is looking like it's not doing. Okay, cut it. Get Hilo out of here. I couldn't possibly be any more nervous for the guys in the helicopter. Everybody's watching this, freaking out, thinking nobody's even thinking about the car right now. Somebody's going to run out there with a repeater and steal it, take off, go down the strip in the car. All right, it's got a set of slicks on the back of it. It's got a zoomed in, no Dodge emblem on the back valance. So it's not like it's got a delete. This is taking forever. Got somebody in it right now. Yeah, no kidding. It's got the flares on the back and no flare on the front. Interesting. It's kind of, it's not really weird, but it's, I don't know what to think about it just yet. It looks like it's got slicks on the front. Is that thing all-wheel drive? It's got normal sized tires up front, guys. All right, helicopter's bouncing. Peace out. It's got like ET Street R's on the back, and it looks like it's got...
Talk about no net. That's how Dodge makes an entrance.
Like a...
You probably all think we have that well planned out, but
all right, he just fired it up. Or just puffed it, just hit it
6
in
years
neutral.
ago,
Sorry.
I said that most cars attempt to be everything to everybody, but there are a few that revel in a singular mission.
That's kind of weird.
Totally irresistible to a subculture obsessed with that objective. This car was conceived, designed...
It's got the 170 emblem on the logo, guys.
Enthusiasts who know that a tenth is a car length and a half a second is your reputation. If you're here, or if you're watching this online, I'm talking to you. We built that car for you. And yes, pretty obvious now, number 7 is a demon. More accurately, this is the new 2023 Challenger SRT Demon 170.
They're calling it the 170.
And if you think it makes a badass entrance, just wait till you see how it leaves.
So I was right about the engine, it looks like.
Because it's 170 proof. The Demon 170 is the world's first production street legal drag car that runs on ethanol or gas. Runs on ethanol or gas or any combination in between.
True flex fuel, just like the crate motor, guys.
It recalibrates for maximum power regardless of the mixture you're running. Yeah, the 170 is the world's first environmentally friendly, sustainable energy-powered muscle car. I'm serious. Ethanol-fueled vehicles have a carbon footprint that's 20% lower than gas.
The logo looks cool. And it is the actual, it is the 170. It looks like it's the C170, just like we were talking about. They're prepping the track while he's talking and he's getting pissed.
The 170 isn't going to save the polar bears, but it's clean enough to keep us out of trouble. I'm not going to promise that for any of you that buy one, though. This is what happens.
Dragging the track as he's talking. That's freaking awesome.
Our team takes the infamous demon and puts it on alcohol. Now, for most, that would have been enough to call it a worthy last call. But this is more than a last call with alcohol. Normally at this point, if we didn't have somebody dragging the track,
He's bringing it up again. He's getting pissed. No price tag yet, no.
the factory guy standing on stage will tell you about all the best-in-class features that none of you care about. The screen size, the miles per gallon, the cup holders, all that crap. But the Demon 170 has no class, or segment for that matter, has no rules, and has no compromises. We took everything that original Demon did that stood unrivaled for 6 years, and we turned it up to 11. Actually, more like 22.
So he's...
Because that's how much boost we're pumping.
This is based on tape boy. This is poorly executed, yeah.
3-liter
supercharger. 105 millimeter throttle body.
Pumping so much air into this 6.2 Hemi that it took our cylinder pressure.
Cylinder pressure over 2,500. There you go.
25% more than we were running on that Demon on race fuel. So to keep all the inside parts inside, we upgraded the entire engine. New block machining, new pistons, new rods, new cranks,
Pistons,
new
rods, crank, and
new head
bearings.
machining for head studs.
And
We
it's
even
got
had
studded
billet
heads.
steel main caps and a fluid dampener.
Billet steel main
This is
caps and a
regular
fluid
production
dampener.
car stuff. This is full race technology. And it's what these engines needed to pass our durability and earn a full factory warranty. But then, pushing all that power downstream, we started tearing up the driveline. So we installed a larger drive shaft, much larger drive
Bigger
shaft,
drive shaft, 43 spline half shafts,
a massive 240 millimeter
240 diff.
a new case,
Doesn't really matter for us. Reinforced mounting and reinforced cradle hardware. Hopefully that'll translate.
than that original Demon. And at the end
Claiming to
of
be
that power
50%
flow,
stronger than the Demon.
we're spinning the trickiest set of wheels ever used on a production car. Others have used carbon fiber wheels before.
So, carbon
These
fiber
are
wheels.
Exclusive Lax Industries design using lightweight alloy center sections, titanium bolted to carbon fiber rims.
Carbon fiber rims, titanium and carbon fiber rims.
That are actually lighter than full race alloys. Then we wrapped them, you probably already noticed, we wrapped them in massive 315, 50, 17 Mickey Thompsons with 18s in the front. The stance on this car is pure drag car.
Yeah, 17s and
We no longer
18s.
needed the front runners at the track. The significantly increased contact patch, sidewall construction, and aggressive compound of these Mickeys allowed us to electronically and mechanically retune the suspension. That was
Got a
in the original
retuned
car.
suspension.
We increased the compression
Now, it's not going to be
and
all-wheel
turbo
drive. It kind of freaked me out there for a
and we
second, but
slowed
it's not
down
all-wheel
the
drive.
rebound in the front to generate quicker forward movement at launch when it matters the most. And you're going to love this. To make that launch even harder and more consistent, we completely redesigned the Demon's trans brake and launch mode. The new system allows you to electronically reshape the torque curve during acceleration and shifts.
So they're talking about redoing the trans brake and launch mode, probably so that they don't
Once
scatter
the system is
everything.
dialed in, you can go watt from green on a prep track. You no longer have to pedal this car at all. Now, I'm not sure how well this track is prepped. Obviously, we just had to drag it.
I got to turn my compressor off. I'll be right back.
We wouldn't build a car like this and bring you all out to the desert, have you tune in on the live stream, just to show you what it looks like coming in on a helicopter or sitting on the drag strip. So, who wants to see what it runs?
That thing will go nuts and start rattling the walls. All right, so they're going to run it down the track right now. Let's see what happens. Logo looks good. Yeah, that logo looks pretty tight. Kind of a weird deal. It's got a parachute on the back. So apparently it comes equipped with a parachute mount. This is too funny. You got somebody bringing him into the beams. All right, so we do have laundry available, pre-staged, staged, full tree. Pulled the front tires off the ground. Actually did a double pull. They are on it all the way down the track. Pulls the chute at the end. I don't know what it's run yet. They're not showing it. Show the number.
You saw that on the screen. You just witnessed history.
What?
The Demon 170 launches at over 2 Gs with 60-foot times in the 120s, runs 0 to 60 in a record NHRA certified 1.66 seconds.
What did it run?
And the quarter mile in a record NHRA certified
Ran an 890.
8.9 seconds.
What? At a buck 51.
Yes, the Demon 170 is history's first 8-second factory
Wow.
muscle car,
That is sick.
producing 1,025
1,025 horsepower. So I was right about the power number.
and 945
945 foot-pounds of torque.
The Demon 170 got us more than records and claims. It got us another letter from the NHRA. Yeah, banned again.
Banned again from the NHRA. So it runs an 890.
Will be available from Direct Connection as an option.
And the chute is available from Direct Connection as an option.
We're Dodge. And that chute is more than a safety measure. It stands for something. Ironically, it stands for never slowing down. It stands
That's
for keeping
freaking
all you've got
awesome.
when the world thinks you've got nothing left to give. And delivering products like the 23 Challenger SRT Demon 170.
That is legit, boys.
Fastest, most powerful mass-produced vehicle in the world.
That's sick. All right, guys, so they're going to do some B-roll right now. Claiming 890s. Comes with a chute. 890s, buck 51. You know what? Let's see if it'll actually run 890s in the real world. You know, I'm telling you, it's a lot to ask. They didn't show the time that it ran. So I don't think it ran an 890 there. It might be 890 capable, just like the Demon was 965 capable. $2G launch. The Demon 170 is legit, guys. NHRA certified to run 9s. That's pretty nasty. I don't know what they don't give the density altitude that it ran the number in, but that's your C170, guys. That's what that engine is. That's what it's capable of doing for you. So I'll toot my own horn. I got all of it right. Everything that I had shown and everything that I was showing was pretty much right on point. All the math agreed with it. So Professor for the win. Let's see. 1,025 horsepower, 945 pound-feet of torque.
Tim Kuniskis. And of course our driver, Jim Wilder. And last but certainly not least, the final last call model, the DC 170.
So Jim Wilder driving.
Tim and Jim, congratulations, guys.
Talk about a giggle factor. I can't wipe the smile off my face after that. That's impressive.
Could we have ever anticipated an arrival like that?
The arrival,
So,
the performance, the numbers, all of
basically
it.
it's capable of running that number, guys, but they're not given the density altitude that it was certified at that number. So realistic number, again, the way that I see it up, the way that I see it set up, probably 930, 940 on that day.
Terrifying and amazing all at the same time.
I was thinking to myself, hey, you gotta go some way. That'd be kind of
That's
cool
pretty
way to
awesome,
go.
guys.
Let's see a replay right here as we show.
They're going to show a replay of it.
The first launch of the DC.
Pulls the front tires, sets down, and actually pull them up a second time
Clean
on
call.
rebound. Let's see if they show the number.
Numbers there too, the 0 to 60 time, the quarter-mile time.
They're not showing the boards, though.
9 at an incredible miles per hour. Just
I didn't think that they would. They're not going to show the board because the board is not going to show at 890. Not to mention he did kind of roll a little bit.
Oh, I wish.
So that's why they're not showing the beams. I'm sorry, showing the boards, because when he went through the beams on the back half of the track, it was, I promise you, not an 890.
An amazing day in the history of Dodge, and Alex is making her way over to Jim Wilder, our driver, once again. Jim, congratulations. Alex, what do you got over there?
Jim, you had the best seat in the house.
It's an awesome place to be. This is the best
So,
seat, no doubt.
not right now, they're just
Why an
interviewing the driver
impressive
guy.
car that has
It
been
looks like it might have a
development.
cage in it.
Yeah,
Did I see that
we've been
right?
working on this car for almost 3 years. Little bits at a time at the beginning before it was really a program. And then hardcore for 18 months or so.
Lots and lots of testing, I assume.
Lots and lots of testing, which we're not quite done. We still have some more to do. But yeah, tons of testing, tons of trips, tons of track trips and stuff.
Congrats on an amazing car. But what an incredible last call.
Thank you. It's been a hoot. It's been a great car to end the era with.
Thank you.
So they're not showing the inside of the car yet. I thought I might have seen a cage in there.
Tim Kuniskis described the DC-170. Man, I mean, this is way beyond expectations. What were you feeling when the chopper was coming in?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous, man, when the car was rotating. But you can't practice something like that. You got to go no net. So it kind of fits with the car, right?
Yeah, and you know, much like the Dodges always do, everything worked out in the end, and it was just an incredible time. I mean, it went off without a hitch.
No, it's good to be lucky. Good to be lucky.
And this crowd here has been amazing.
Yeah, so they haven't shown the
It's been a
inside of the
great
car.
day in the history of
I thought I saw a cage, but I'm not exactly sure if that was what I was seeing.
Stuff like this for the 13 million fans. And
So we were right, guys.
Now, what is
Had
the DC-170
all the math worked out, we nailed it. So
we're going to actually open up the allocation. We're going to tell everybody where they're going, what dealers tonight. Literally right now, you can go on Dodge Garage and you can see where every car is going to go.
And you have a special plan for the VINs as well, right?
We have a special plan. If you own a current Demon, you can get the same number again. So if you own number 43 and you'd like a matching set, we'll guarantee you first right of refusal on the same matching VIN.
That is so cool.
So
you can have
right
a
of first
2018
refusal
Demon
for
matching VIN with the
for
2000
your production number if you have a Demon now.
Oh man, I'm so giddy to be a Dodge guy, man. Tim, congratulations. Round of applause.
No
for
mention
Tim
of price though
Kuniskis.
yet. No mention of price yet at all.
Some final thoughts, please, if she's there.
Alex, over here. Let's wrap up this amazing night here at the Las
So
Vegas
they're basically
Speedway.
doing the wrap up
Favorite
right
moment of
now.
the night for you?
Oh, I mean, the pass, of course. I mean, the helicopter, the delivery was amazing in itself, but seeing a car perform like that in 8
Nobody cares what you
seconds,
think. Get off of my
just
screen. You're ruining my
continuously
vision right now.
All
Ugh.
the stats and the details, it's like, that sounds like the race car that, you go and build, but you can
The
buy it.
numbers are mind-boggling, but you know what? That's what Dodge is all about. Leading the pack once again.
God, this guy's a creep.
All right, we want to thank everybody who joined us here live and who joined us on the live stream with Alex Taylor. My name is Chris Jacobs. It's been our honor.
All right, they're wrapping it up, guys. That's
Thank
it.
you guys so much. And hey, we'll see you at your Dodge dealer.
And everybody's already out of the stands. They're bouncing. They're going to get corn dogs. So that's it, guys. That is the big reveal. So just like what we thought, 1,000 horsepower, just the other side at 1,025. The car screams. The cool thing is that you can option a parachute for the thing through your direct connection dealer. It is the C170 engine combination, which is what we all were basically thinking. 3-liter supercharger, 105 millimeter throttle body and snout. Over 2,500 PSI of cylinder pressure. Basically, we had nailed it with all the math. So that's it, guys. That's your last call. What do y'all think about that? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's cool, right? I mean, the main thing is that we've got a really neat car, really neat thing to talk about. But, what does that mean for the rest of us? Kind of an interesting thing. Jebediah is saying it's a $96,000 price confirmed. You know, that's not necessarily a bad number when you think about it. If that ends up being the real number. Interested to see if it will have, all right, that's it. That's pretty much a wrap on that. Interested to see if it's going to have a cage. Does it come with a cage? It looked like it came with a cage. But one of the things, you know, again, I don't, not to be overly critical, but man, the Dodge guys did it right by at least bringing the E85 technology to us, but the whole buildup was weird because nobody mentioned anything about this, none of the NA stuff, but it wasn't the NA's time, I guess. In this case, it's the last call, last of the best that Dodge has to offer. And when you consider that if that $96,000 number is correct, you basically can get an 8-second capable car, but that particular number, I'm sure, was run in, again, obnoxiously good air, the same way the Demon was. So if I had to guess what this car is going to run in real density altitude conditions, based on my experience with what we would consider to be a garden variety 1,000 horsepower package, you're looking at a walking around number somewhere in the 930 to 940 range. In the 940s is really more realistic from what I've seen with those 1,000 horsepower combinations. And keep in mind, this is over, you know, the better half of, you know, 5 or 6 years dealing with that type of a combination at the drag strip. So I've run several down the track, and when I say several, we're talking close to 10 combinations like that down the track, both Red Eye, Demon, and Hellcat variants. And they're all, if they're 1,000 horsepower, they're all in that roughly the same number, depending on race prep. In other words, how much weight reduction you've thrown at it. So this car looks like it's got a lot of killer parts, though. And the main thing to look at, guys, you might not be able to get the new Demon C170, but what you might be able to get is some of the parts that you can waterfall. The basic idea here is that if you can take a car like this new C170 and waterfall most of that technology down through direct connection, that'll make it an extremely big success, in my opinion. But the problem that I see is that if we have the opportunity for this car, it becomes ultra limited in production and we don't see any waterfall of those components. That's where there's going to be a bit of a withdraw, I think, from a lot of Mopar guys with all of this. And the big issue that I have here is that none of it will fall into the hands of any of the 392 guys. Tad, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that. More 392 cars sold than Hellcats, and all we get is sticker packages for new cars. Pretty disappointed. I get it. Red Dog asking, what do the leprechauns have to do with anything? All right, man, your guess is better than mine. But listen, guys, here's the thing, that with the upgraded internals, with everything that you have to look at in terms of the operating system, and again, it's a sensed E85 system. It means that it will be able to, just like the GMs, not have to worry about a button that you need to push or anything like that. You put your E85, your fuel, or whatever kind of mix you have, and now you've got a combination that can 100% be safe. If you can waterfall that to the rest of us, that's where this combination and that's where this car becomes the absolute best case scenario for anybody that has a Hellcat or a Red Eye. Another big thing about all of this was the announcement that all of the stage packages are now EPA certified. And this is something we've been talking about on the live show for a long time. Asking, when is a stage package going to be available? When can we expect the stage packages to get through EPA certification? It's going to be a tough call and a tough play coming into this new car. Well, as he had mentioned, it was just tough getting this thing to pass. But here we are. We got something now that will absolutely dominate the drag strip. Now, make no mistake, this thing is still a Challenger. It's still a Dodge. It's still a Hellcat. This thing is still, at its core, that big, awesome muscle car that we've grown to love. It's a drag strip type of a scenario, not a street type of a scenario when we're talking about winning races. I would not want to line one of these things up against a Plaid, for example, and go gunning down a no prep scenario, if you know what I mean, mainly because the thing's just not going to hook. It is going to take a prepped drag strip to get this thing to hook, or at least a street that somebody's done a lot of work on. Again, this is a situation where you've got a car that is now broken basically the last of the rules that you would ever truly find. And that is that NHRA rule where if you go over 150 miles an hour, or if you go technically quicker than nines, you have to have a cage and you have to have a parachute. Now, it looked like there might have been a cage in that car. I don't know if I was just seeing things, but it definitely did look it. And the thing is, they also didn't show any interior shots, so I'm not sure if that's the case. But again, with this car having a provision to have a parachute from Direct Connection is also pretty cool. I'm curious as to how that may somehow waterfall into the rest of the cars. But again, having the option to have those parts for your car is really the most exciting thing for me. To have those axles, to have that rear diff, maybe the rotating assembly. I would love to know what camshaft did they put in this thing. Is it the same type of a camshaft that you see in the Demon with a little bit more exhaust duration than the Hellcat, or is it something completely different? They didn't really get into the specifics on that, but they are saying that the heads are slightly different and they are using better hardware. In this case, I'm assuming it's ARP head studs to keep everything happy with all of those 2,500 PSI of cylinder pressure. So at any rate, let me catch up with you guys real quickly. Post up your comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty impressed with what I was seeing. Rick is asking how much power do I think it can handle. He's thinking 1,400 if done right. Yeah, I mean, considering that there's plenty of red eyes floating around in that range, yeah, this thing would probably handle it and then some. Red Dog, what do the leprechauns have to do with anything? Man, I don't know. I guess it's that time when they're releasing it. DM saying, stock parts, is Revlon getting some spa time? Revlon's getting some new shoes. That's about it. More to come on her new wheels here shortly. Hopefully I'll be picking those up this week. Electric cars can power refrigerators. Technically, that is correct. Tad saying no stage packages for NA, probably not. And Sovereign saying, yeah, if you got to go out with a bang, that's the way to do it, for sure. So, I mean, guys, look at it like this. You've got the best send-off you can have for the LX platform, no doubt, in this car. What I'm hoping that we see, though, again, is more information coming through Direct Connection on how we can get our hands on the computer or some type of a retrofit. That would be the best case scenario for us, guys. Let's see. White Knuckle saying 3,300 production, 3,000 US, 300 Canada, just like the first run, apparently. Talking about the Demons. Excellent. If that's the case, that's really good to hear. Moto X is saying, wheelies rule. Yes, they do. John's asking, now the old Demon is not worth 150 grand or more. Is this new Demon also a special number like the old Demon? Yes, it is. Oh, crap. Damn it. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Hang it. Another day at the shop. Okay. Let me get back to you guys. Damon saying, like I said, it's great and all to see it get busy for a little bit, but what else is there? I just tried, just tired of all the waiting. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Motorx saying the Demon owners are cringing. Yeah. Randy saying, I can build this or that. But this is a factory car, and the cool thing about this is that it is a factory car. Angel's saying would have loved to see the Banshee go against the 170 on the track. Yeah, what's interesting, guys, too, is remember they did not show the time on the boards when the car went down the drag strip. The reason why they didn't show it is because it did not run an 890. I can promise you that car probably ran somewhere in the neighborhood of probably a 940-ish, maybe a 950, really, now that I'm thinking about it, considering the altitude. Randy's still liking his 392 6-speed. Those are fun cars. Faithful's asking, how many are they making? I think White Knuckle just said they're making 3,300 total, 3,000 for the U.S. market. Charging your car at home means a massive electricity bill. Yep, about $20 every time you do it. Yeah, so guys, listen, I'm stoked. This is a great opportunity, again, for Dodge to shine. It's an awesome opportunity for Dodge to go out with a bang, for Dodge to really put the brand out there. And the way that they're doing it with this car is really something special. Again, I have to caution you guys, I would not run out there and just say, hey, this thing runs 890s. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. Just like the Demon doesn't necessarily run 960s. You need to add about 0.3 to that realistically, just in flat, decent density altitude at sea level. This is, honest to goodness, somewhere around a 940-ish car, at least based on my experience with cars in the same power range. But all of that being said, I gotta say, super impressed. Bummer that we didn't get to see it go up against the Banshee, but it wasn't the Banshee's time. It was the Demon Demon 170s, or C170, I guess, time to shine. Guys, with that though, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Regular live show schedule will kick back off tomorrow. We can talk a little bit more about it then. My voice is about to fly out of my throat right now. So with that, guys, get out there and do something cool for somebody. Chances are they need it way more than you know. And we will catch you on the next one. That is a wrap. Adios.